All right, so we moving on to the next draft prospect, AJ Arcuri. What's going on, everybody? This is my draft profile series where basically I just all I really do is take a look at the draft profile that here on NFL.com on the players that we drafted this past draft, and kind of go ahead and get a somewhat of an idea of who they are and what these analysts think of them, and then what my thoughts will be on them and what I feel like their role will be now and in the future with the Rams, and what I believe the Rams intend to do with them. Just guessing, you know, just my 2 cents, but I just think it's be kind of fun. I think the draft class was pretty good. I actually like this draft class for the most part, but in this video we're going to be talking about the last pick, I believe, that they had, AJ Arcuri from Michigan State. He is a redshirt senior, 6'7", 308, big fella, offensive tackle from Michigan State. He's a Spartan, so do not think he knows Brian Allen, but he and Brian Allen are from the same school, part of the alum. But okay, he is the prospect grade is 5.60, and they believe he is a candidate for the bottom of the roster or practice squad. And the Rams picked him in round 7, pick 40. Okay, let's go ahead and let's try and see if we can't get to know him a little better. Arcuri, okay, let's see. Arcuri, okay, so I got it. Okay, did not see the field in his first 2 years in East Lansing. First redshirting in 2016, and then missing the entire next season due to injury. The second team All-Ohio pick as a senior at Olentangy Liberty High School. I think I got that right. I can read a little bit, so that's something. It's progress. Was healthy enough to play in all 13 games of the 2018 campaign as a reserve and on special teams. Arcuri was one of several Spartan linemen missing action with injury in 2019. But managed to start 5 of 7 games played at left tackle. He stayed on the field to start all 7 games in 2020. Okay. However, in all 13 games in 2021, 8 at right tackle, 5 at left tackle. Okay, so he has a little bit of experience. He's played both positions. The Rams like to do that. They like to, when they draft their linemen, they like linemen who are versatile, who can move up and down the line. Which for the most part I agree with. There are times where it hasn't worked out, like when we moved Joseph Nobun the guard. I think that was a mistake, but I see why they did that. And some players can do it and some players can't. For the most part, it's worked out. So let's go ahead and get into the overview here. He is a right tackle prospect with a good lean mass and a proportional frame, ready to take on more weight. He is a methodical mover, positional blocker who was unlikely to generate much movement as a dry blocker. Timing and placement with his hands are a concern and cause inconsistencies in both phases of the game for him. He is going to need to prove he can play both guard and right tackle to improve his roster chances as a priority free agent. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at his strengths. Well built, proportional frame, good lean mass. Okay. Played both tackle positions and might offer guard potential as well. Big hands, are able to gather and cling to opponents. Okay. Good explosiveness in the hips. That's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Maintain sightline. Good lord, I couldn't see my screen there. To second level targets on combo blocks. adequate slide quickness in pass sets. Use hands to stay connected against inside counters. Okay. Okay. His weaknesses: he lacks explosiveness in the first contact. He loses leverage at the point of attack. It's one of the bad things of being tall. That has a tendency to happen, especially on the football field. Plays too tall when tracking targets in space. Slippery hand placement requires better aim. Reaches for rushers rather than popping them with his punch. Opponents find his frame with first hands. Opponents find his frame with first hands. Okay. Slow switching off blocks on twists. Susceptible to bull rush without better hand usage. All right. So he's got some stuff to work on. He's a project, which is no surprise for a pick in round 7. They will more than likely. I don't think he'll make the roster. That's my prediction, but they're probably going to develop him. The Rams like to draft O linemen and develop them for multiple years before they see any real action. Which and it seemed to have worked out somewhat, is for the most part pretty all right. I think he is definitely probably going to go for the hit for the practice squad. I could see him possibly, if he's able to improve his game, maybe replacing Rob Havenstein when his contract is up. Though if he's going to replace Rob Havenstein, he's going to have to get a lot better first. But I feel like that's what the Rams. That's probably like the best case scenario that the Rams are looking with him, in my opinion. But I feel like they're gonna put him on the back burner, put him on the practice squad, let the coaches have Bradbury kind of coach him up a little bit, just get him used to the pro level for the next season or two, because we got Alaric Jackson too, who I thought played pretty well. Will probably take up a reserve tackle role on the roster next to No Boom. So if we're in the 13 personnel sets, 13 personnel sets, I'd like to see No Boom and Alaric Jackson possibly. We'll have to see how they look at camp. But remember, he played in the Baltimore Ravens game, and he looks pretty good. So I think that's who's going to take that extra tackle spot. I think AJ's going to. Who knows? The guy could surprise us in camp. I hope he does. It's a good problem to have. But I'm intrigued with AJ. I would like to see how he does. Just study the playbook. AJ, listen to your coaches. Stay in the weight room. Try to work on your craft, on the things you're struggling with. And just when training camp comes, just go as hard as you can. That's all you can do, and then make it hard on the coaches, make it hard on them, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, all right, okay. But I think he is the potential to be a promising prospect in a year or two. But like I said, when training camp comes around, we'll see. All right, that's gonna be it for now, guys. I will catch you guys on the next video, and as always, y'all, it is a crazy life, let me tell you. Go Rams.